estás para pelear con Andy aquí en California?
No, es una pelea que muchos de los fanáticos esperaban, yo esperaba por ella y nada, esperando que llegue el día 4 de septiembre para hacer nuestro trabajo, que es llegar y ganar.
He's very excited to be here and very excited to be fighting Andy here in California, his hometown. And this is something that he definitely has wanted. Elite competition. It's been evading him for quite some time. So anytime he gets a chance at it, he's very, very excited for it. And it's a fight that he feels that won't let down, and the fans are going to enjoy.
Andy just told us that if he wins, he would love Tyson Fury. If you win, who would you like to fight?
He needed focus on King Kong.
No, he said that. He said he's focused on you. But
Okay. I'm focused.
your English is very good now.
Yeah.
Hey Luis, México contra Cuba, se me hace que es la primera vez en la historia del peso completo.
No, esto es un choque lindo de México y cubano. Sé que ningún mexicano tiene miedo, nunca, siempre están ahí, siempre en la guerra. Me gusta el pueblo de México y nada, cubanos somos iguales. Vamos a guerrear y vamos a darle lo que quiere el público, tener una guerra.
So the translation on what he said, Cuba versus Mexico, two great countries, warriors both. Not one single Mexican is a pussy. They're all tough, rough, rugged fighters, earned the respect. Cubans are the same way. He's one, a little throwback of a Mexican fighter, he said. So he's excited and much respect to both, obviously both countries.
Luis, you usually face the younger guy. Andy's going to be 10 years younger than you. He has fast hands. How do you are going to compensate for speed?
Usualmente peleas con obvio más joven que ti. Él te lleva 10 años más joven. ¿Cómo vas a compensar con la velocidad de mano de él?
My hand, he's talking in the ring.
Yeah, his hands are going to do the talking. He doesn't move in slow motion or in reverse. So, his hands are just as fast.
Luis, ¿cómo calificas la carrera de Andy Ruiz?
Ha sido un boxeador que ha sido sufrido como cualquier otro y viene de abajo, normal. Pienso que Dios le ha dado su bendición, como no lo ha dado mucho, y esperemos que todo se mantenga y suerte, y sé que va a ser una gran pelea.
The question was, how does he see Andy's career thus far? And the answer was, he feels that he's been blessed, got the opportunity to fight for a championship, exploited it, won it, and has done very well. Obviously suffered like every other fighter coming up, and maybe some self-inflicted, but he's here now, and he's very excited, and may the best man win.
¿Te sorprendió que ya no esté con Eddie Reynoso?
No, eso son decisiones de él, de su team, y nada, eso no me sorprende, eso es cosas en sus relaciones de team.
None of his business if he is or he isn't with Eddie Reynoso. That's on them.
Usyk Joshua, who wins?
Yo pienso que Joshua, si viene mentalmente fuerte,
He believes Joshua has everything to win that rematch and should win the rematch, but it's up to Joshua and his mental state during the fight.
Luis, how long do you plan on fighting? Let's say you win this fight, everything goes good. You're going to be back into prime position again. Do you really want to be fighting more and more moving forward?
Stupid question. Next.
How's that stupid question?
Come on, dude.
Si conoces al hijo
43
de
years
Andy
old.
Ruiz.
So what? Come on. If he's here, it's a stupid question.
I don't
Next.
consider that.
What does Andy do good that's very dangerous? What makes Andy dangerous to you?
¿Qué es lo que hace Andy bien que te hace compararlo peligroso?
Un boxeador, es una estupidez pensar que hay enemigos pequeños en el ring. Todos somos peligrosos.
Andy's very dangerous. There's no doubt about that. He's proved it many times over. And there isn't a heavyweight in the ring that is willing to get in the ring that's not a dangerous fighter. So, he's very cautious of that every time he gets in the ring. Absolutely.
Si conoces al hijo de Andy Ruiz.
Que si conoces al hijo de Andy. Andy Jr.
Ya lo has visto, te trajo una cookie.
Why'd you bring him a cookie?
Because I think it would be nice.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice.
Está bien.
Do you have anything to give him, King Kong? You got a hat, a shirt, something? King Kong, you got something to give him? A hat, a shirt?
Thank you, papi. Thank you. Mira.
Andy. And Andy. He has a present for you, Andy.
Yeah, present.
Get a pen and he'll sign it for you.
Cuando tú estés grande, te lo pongo.
What he say?
That when he's big, he can use it. When he's taller.
Are there many young Cuban fighters that you can nurture and lead and guide? What kind of legacy you want to leave to them?
Que si hay algunos peleadores cubanos jóvenes que tú puedes ayudar o darle consejos, ¿qué es lo que usted quiere para ellos?
Siempre le doy los consejos, decirle que este país lo mejor que tiene es la bendición que nos ha dado a todos los cubanos y que llegamos aquí, ellos, Estados Unidos nos coge con sus brazos abiertos. Respetar todo y enfocarse en lo que quieren lograr en el deporte.
He tells them all that that this is a great country to realize all your dreams with a lot of hard work and sacrifice, and that's something that they can't just skirt around. There's no shortcuts around it. You have to get that. You have to take that road, and he took it, and he mentors everybody that will listen, because some do, some don't. That's the way it needs to be. Some Cuban fighters obviously feel that their sacrifice has already been made. Back in Cuba, and get here, it should just be gravy from here forward. And he's told them a lot, and I've heard it personally, that it's not so. It starts now. So he's great mentor for that, and for any fighter really. He's any fighter in the gym. He's the first one in mentoring them and helping them. Whether it's just with that, something like that, or physically with some kind of fight tip.
That's very relative to Andy Ruiz, the Cuban Olympic gold medalist. He tried to come over here, he got caught. I don't know if he's aware of what's going on. Just his thoughts on Andy, what's going on with Andy Ruiz. He's a great fighter. Right?
Andy Ruiz, ¿qué es lo que piensas del boxeador cubano Andy Ruiz y la situación de él ahora?
Sí, duele que tenga esa situación. O sea que es muy difícil para el cubano salir del país, porque saben que si lo cogen no van a hacer más nada. Todo el mundo lo va a mirar mal, supuestamente por la contrarrevolución, cosas de política que ellos no entienden mucho, pero sí, sé que él está pasando por una situación bien mal.
He's very sad for the scenario and wishes him the best. It's a very tough scenario politically, obviously, and some understand it very well, and others just don't get it. But for the most part, he wishes nothing but the best for him, and hopes that everything works out for him, and if he needs him, he's there for him.
King Kong, who's the greatest heavyweight of all time in your opinion? Who's number one?
El mejor boxeador peso completo en tu opinión. Lennox Lewis.
¿Por qué?
Last question.
Fue uno de los boxeadores que yo empecé a ver heavyweight, técnico, tiene su
Fuerte.
sabiendo que hay muchos otros, porque cada cual en su etapa, cada cual en su tiempo.
He feels Lennox dominated in range and distance with the jab. Obviously there's a lot of them. It's just his opinion, but he feels that for a big man, he was extremely dominant and knew how to use that very well, and he loves Lennox.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
We're not going to make the effort. They're going to get one more.